cool. And this is the passenger side. You can see the ball joint up there is also having an issue. Yeah, and the idler arms here, she's having so much play because the idler arms, there wasn't a correct spacer put in here. A spacer could have been put in here at least if this is the incorrect part. So this is causing... Hi, my name is Josh Loth. I do Josh Laugh Automotive Solutions. And today I'm working on Leigh-Ann DeLoach's Dodge 3500 RV. There's issues with the ball joints. And I'm doing this video just to confirm the work that was done by the previous mechanic because it seems to be incorrect as they're still playing the ball joints. First thing I'll notice is that the vehicle is missing 2 lug nuts. Okay, so we'll notice they were extremely sloppy with the grease gun. Just no care there. All the grease fittings look like that. They slapped it on, got grease everywhere, didn't even bother to wipe it off. So I want you to observe here. So I'm trying to disconnect the upper ball joint from the knuckle. And as it does seem that the stud of the ball joint is too narrow for the knuckle, there's no interference fit. What I believe happened is somebody tightened this on so tight, they put a washer in there, and then they cranked it down so tight in an attempt to make this part work, instead of going and getting the correct part. So as I suspected, the stud of the ball joint came right out. There was no interference fit as I saw it rattling around inside the knuckle. Let's look inside the knuckle. The knuckle doesn't seem to be deformed. Let's go test the other ball joint. Okay, so we have the 2 ball joints here. This one is the new one. This is a Moog ball joint. This one is the old one. The old one doesn't have any play. The ball joint itself has not failed yet. What I believe happened is they put the 3000, so we have our micrometer set to 0. And we're going to measure just at the top here. So cool, so just at the cusp there we have 6.691. I'll set it back to 0. And then on the cusp of the new one, we have 0.758. So they put the wrong ball joint in there. I checked and this one has the correct interference fit. The person who was doing this should have known that when they put the ball joint in there and it was loose, that it was the incorrect interference fit, and it was dangerous to let the person leave the shop like that. Okay, so for the finale, I made these brackets to insert. I drilled them out. I got a bolt that is completely flush with the hole, if not biting with the threads. These are on red Loctite, so they'll never come off. These should never have play again. So I made the part work. It took me an hour to fabricate the bolts and drill everything out, and it took me a half hour to go get the bolts and stuff. I'm not sure why they didn't want to get paid to do this, but they let the vehicle leave in a poor condition. Oh yeah, and I filled up all the lug nuts. Some of these wheel studs are damaged, and they may have to be replaced. So my final recommendation is to refund all the money that Leigh-Ann spent. The vehicle left the shop. It was not safe. She thought it was safe and had been looked at by a mechanic. The ball joints were the wrong ball joints. The work was shoddy. The alignment was void because there was no control of the steering because of all the play. And the idler arms were the only thing that are still being used, but I think you should refund that anyway. For all the trouble that Leigh-Ann has had to go through, I think you should just refund everything.